بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we're just going through some of the virtues of the month of this blessed month of Ramadan, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he's mentioned in the Quran شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. That the month of Ramadan, this is such a month where in which the Quran was revealed, and the Quran was revealed as guidance for people, as guidance for mankind, and the Quran was revealed وبينات من الهدى, with say vivid features of guidance, meaning vivid features of earlier guidance. والفرقان, and the Quran Sharif is revealed as a criteria of how to decide between what's right and what's wrong. So the blessed month of Ramadan, this is a month in which the Quran was revealed in. And not only is the month of Ramadan, does it have a very special connection with the Quran, but also the month of Ramadan, it's a month where, and it's a time where a person, they heal the soul and they heal the nafs from the effects of sin. We really monitor ourselves for the majority of the year. You can say for 11 months of the year, we're constantly engaged in the same thing, pretty much. If we really monitor and observe our normal life, and we'll see how much sin, evil, wrong, takes place in our own lives as well. But when it comes to the month of Ramadan, then we see the effort, it swerves, it changes, and the person really they try to make amends. So the month of Ramadan is a time to heal the soul from the effects of sins, and it's also meant to remove the ignorance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so in other words, we use this month, we utilize it in gaining closeness to Allah ta'ala and learning those means and methods which will help us build a stronger connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And another thing is that the month of Ramadan is also meant to remove the love of the material world. This is one very important thing. It's meant to decrease, and it's meant to, you can say, cut our attachment with the material world. Now, what's going to happen is that if a person, they don't refresh their Iman, they don't refresh their faith in this month, and they don't try and strive to eliminate the effects of evil that settle in the heart, then the person's spiritual condition, it will worsen year after year. Like I mentioned, this is just 1 month out of the 12 months of the year. So if a person doesn't take advantage of this 1 month, then what will happen is that the spiritual condition of a person, it will worsen year after year, until eventually a person meets Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in such a state which Allah ta'ala dislikes meeting that person in. And what will happen is that such a person's love for the material world and his dislike for deen, they will increase, in a sense that the love for the world would increase, and in addition to that, the dislike for deen, the dislike for religion will also increase as well. On the other hand, if a person, they make the most out of Ramadan, what will happen? The love for the world will decrease, and also a person's, you can say, dislike, or you can say a person's love for deen, so a person's dislike for deen, let's look at from that aspect. So if a person makes the most of this blessed month of Ramadan, then a person's love for the material world, that will decrease. And in addition to that, a person's dislike, you can say, towards deen and towards religious matters, you wouldn't say dislike, you can say this negative feeling, you can say, or this disinclinement. and this person's disinclination towards deen, that will also decrease as well. So in other words, love for deen will increase. And now what will happen is that, like we mentioned, if a person's love for the material world increases because of not making the most of the month of Ramadan, and a person's disinclination towards deen increases also, then what will happen is that the disinclination towards deen will increase to the extent that this person will start making objections against deen. This person he'll start making objections against Islam, and he'll start criticizing people, people who are perhaps closely attached to Allah Ta'ala, or people who make an all-out effort to connect to Allah Ta'ala. And this person will also go out and perhaps start criticizing those who represent the deen of Allah Ta'ala as well. And what will happen is that this person who doesn't make the most out of Ramadan, he'll fail to see his own spiritual deterioration, and he'll fail to notice his own faults, and instead this person become, just wired into the worldly life, and such a person will only find peace and comfort in wealth and things that stimulate the nafs, things that stimulate the soul. So these are all effects of ignoring the great blessing of the month of Ramadan, and these are the effects of ignoring the opportunity that the month of Ramadan offers. And what's the opportunity that it offers? That a person can be returned to a good spiritual state of health. This is the objective of Ramadan, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you may become God conscious, so that you may acquire taqwa. So may Allah Ta'ala gives us tawfiq to make the most of this blessed month, inshallah Ta'ala, and may Allah Ta'ala gives us tawfiq to acquire taqwa, inshallah Ta'ala. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.